What's up, y'all? I'm on my way to work. So, I want to tell y'all about, I think it's 3 phone calls that I had that was, just really crazy. So, back in the day, when, I was with my husband, I had gave my cousin, Junie, my phone number. Because I lived in West Philly, me and my husband, before we first got our first apartment. So, we was at my mother-in-law house for about a couple of weeks before we actually moved to the apartment. So, my cousin, baby mom, found my number and she kept calling my mother-in-law house. So, my mother-in-law was like, somebody want to talk to you about Thomas or something. So, finally she called when I wasn't in the street, running the street. So, I got on the phone and I ain't know what the heck she was talking about. This Thomas dude, I kept saying, Thomas, I don't know no Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Because, I wasn't doing nothing, so I don't know who the hell Thomas was, right? And then whatever I was doing, I know who the hell I know, right? So, it took me, I still didn't know who the hell this girl was talking about. It took me about 2-3 weeks to figure out who this Thomas was. So when I finally figured out, it was my cousin Junie. Because see, we don't be calling each other by our, not all of us use our first names. Like my cousin Lawrence, we call him Lurd, like that. And a couple of us got nicknames. So when I finally figured that shit out, that it was his baby mom calling, I was like, I'm looking all stupid like, damn. It was too late for me to figure out, because now I'm already looking like crazy and shit, like I'm doing some crazy stuff. This chick calling my mother-in-law house, and it's my cousin baby mom. So that's it for that part. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the next 2 calls. So I was down, I did I used to do a lot of volunteer work, so I did the cancer, AIDS walk, all that shit. Because I used to volunteer, help old people and all that. And I love doing that because I like helping people. So I seen my cousin Ira. I gave him my number. So I'm in a meeting at work, right? My phone like, ring, 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 ring. And this is an important meeting. So what I did was I turned my phone to vibrate, but that joint was like, rah, 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 rah. It was ringing. It kept ringing. So I was like, I thought something happened to one of my kids. So I was like, I got to leave because I got to check if something is wrong with one of my kids, because when the phone is ringing like that, I'm thinking that's my children or something. I goes, answer the joint. Well, back then, I go to answer, and when I answered it, this girl was on there saying, she was saying my nickname, right? So I noticed the voice, so I was like, Joanne? She is like, yeah. I was like, okay, this me. This Ira cousin. You remember me? Because her and him used to come visit me sometime. So she was like, oh, I ain't know it was you, this and that, never. So, I ain't getting mad at her because I know my male cousins, they damn whores. Okay? So I didn't get upset with the girls, But now, I told my cousins about the story, and I was like, I ain't giving y'all my number no more. And when I give y'all my number, I'm going to put cousin in capital letters. And then, because I'm like, how many times they girls going to call me because they fucking whores? My male cousins. So I'm going to tell y'all about this 3rd call. The 3rd call, okay, was a little bit different because I could have got killed. All right. So I had my cousin staying with me, and she started doing all that crazy stuff again and whatever. And this how I knew she was doing crazy shit again. Because this girl called, the rain is dropping my curls. I got to roll this back up. So this girl called, and she was saying I'm messing with her man and all this, and telling me she a cop and shit. So now this is when the shit is not cool, okay? Because I could walk out my house, a cop, I could walk out my house and this bitch could kill me talking about I'm messing with her man. So, I couldn't figure out what she was talking about, who she is talking about, because I don't know who the hell she is talking about. I was with somebody, so what the hell she is talking about, I don't know. So then I started to figure out that it was my cousin, my girl cousin I had living with me. It was her, because that's how she rolled. And when after I talked to her for a while, I said, you know what? I bet you this is my fucking cousin. She lived with me. She don't gave this girl my name or whatever, or gave the dude she is fucking with my name, or at least, you know, my, not legal name. She gave my name. Okay, that's the name I grew up by, which my mom turned my name around so my dad couldn't find me. So she called and asked for me, but she really looking for my cousin. So I explained to her and everything, you know what I mean? But like I said, this is crazy. Like I said, I could have walked out the house. I gotta put on defrost and got shot, cause you don't know, some of them cops be tripping. So that's it about the phone calls. I ain't had no more phone calls after that. I ain't had no trouble, cause I started making sure I put cousin when I give my male cousins my number and stuff. Okay, I ain't had no more problems out of that kind of stuff no more. Except for that when I told y'all about when I jacked everything up in my fiance's, I fucking destroyed like $30,000-$40,000 worth of his shit. So this chick called me. I told y'all her name was Janika Hayward. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because her husband is my friend on here, and I hope he listened to enough of these to know his woman was a whore. So anyway, she gonna call my house like I'm getting my kids ready early in the morning, talking some shit. You don't know who this is. She was talking a lot of smart ass shit. To that day, he took me to confront this bitch, and she looking like a fucking asshole, cause he was like, I'm not leaving my baby mom for you. You know what I mean? Didn't deny her, said all kind of shit. I mean, he made her look stupid. And took me to confront her. And like I said, when the bitch saw me, she started crying. Okay? But it wasn't no more phone calls. That was the subject of phone calls. But I was mad that I was at my home with my children and this bitch called my fucking house. Okay? But a lot of that happened then was my own fault. So, you know, even though I destroyed all that money of his and did everything that I could in the possible world to him, but kind of like some of that stuff was my fault, but then it was partly his fault too, because he should have been straight up in the beginning and we wouldn't have had the problems that we had. Because I didn't tell y'all, like, I'm 52 and my fiance is 6 years younger than me. Because when I first got with him, he lied about his age for years, and his mom and them helped him lie about his age. So by the time I found out how old he really was, you know what I mean, this motherfucker could have got me locked up. I'm sending for his birth certificate, and they keep saying some shit in there, some legal shit. This is not some, I don't know. So then that's how he ended up having to tell me the truth. Because back then, like I said, I helped him, you know what I mean, get his diploma. He in college now. Helped him get a good job, all that. I helped him get on his feet, you know what I mean, out of kindness, because that's how I am. And I help my family and the people that's closest to me. And being as though he went through such a hard life with his mom was on drugs and shit, and he had to grow up real early and take on the responsibility to work to help feed his sister and brother at a very young age. So you know he had to start. If he's 6 years younger than me and he could retire now, right, you know he went to work early. Because when he get papers from Social Security, he can retire now. But he worked because he building up retirement at work too. And thus, like I said, he in college. So, yeah, I think that boy was working when he was about 12, 13. That's fucked up that his mind was that bad. Let me tell you about his mind, right? So his mind was jealous of me because I helped him do all that he did, and he's thorough now. He doing his thing. I built him up. So his mom gonna say one day, cause I called about my kids. I got 3 children with him. 2 of my kids is my husband's. My first 2 children is my husband's. He dead. My last 3 kids is my fiance. So I was calling about something because Monique always stayed sick. So I was calling him, and he was at her house, and she was like, this bitch always calling and shit, saying all the smart shit. So I called her. That bitch ain't pick up the phone. So I said, you know what, Sugar? Let me tell you something, you fucking crackhead bitch. I cursed her out on the answering service, okay? Shit, that bitch ain't respond, ain't pick up the phone, nothing. And then she had the nerve, she go to the same doctors as my kids. So one day I took my kids to their appointment, and she was there. She gonna be like, hi, Destiny and Monique. She was looking at me like, you know, I was gonna say something. I wasn't gonna say nothing to her. She better not have said shit else to me, because I wasn't calling her son for no dumb shit. I was calling about my kids. I always put my kids first. She gonna get fucking smart. Bitch, if you would have fucking did what you were supposed to do by your kids instead of out there smoking crack, okay? And them fucking kids had to suffer like that. Your own son had to raise your 2 children. So I ain't had no more problem out of her after that. And that's the last thing I'm going to say about calls. But I got other stuff to say, but I'll tell y'all them stories later, because I've been on here long enough. Bye, y'all.